Anchors Away. Read by Jeff Sturdivant. Roger stands shirtless before his vanity mirror in an antiquated and filthy apartment bathroom in Bayonne, New Jersey. The spigot-style hardware on the sink and tub is tarnished and calcified stiff. The tiles on the floor and walls are cracked, mildew festering in the grout between. A powerful scent of mold hangs in the air. There is a hairball in the drain beyond the indication of any conventional drain declogger. To many it would appear a poorly maintained bathroom. To Roger, this was to be expected from the months of sunshine and salt spray on the high seas, the tide lines of soap scum in the basin, the barnacles on the keel. Many moons had come and gone since Roger had last weighed anchor, and neither crew nor clipper were in any manner of ship shape. A stiff splayed toothbrush lies on the edge of the sink. Were Roger to try and pick it up, he'd find it cemented in place by dried toothpaste. But Roger hasn't brushed his teeth in months, nor has he ingested any vitamin C, save several milligrams from hard candies in the lobby, and scurvy has begun to settle into his gums, which have become suitably red and puffy. Cut to his feet and slowly pan up. Roger's rough linen pants are cuffed halfway up his calves. They secure high around his waist with a tattered girdle, tightened with a string of twine. Filthy hair spills from under a black and gold gilded hat and hangs between his jutting shoulder blades. Through the mirror, you can see Roger's view into the bathtub. It's brimming with gold coins. Roger undoes the twine belt and lets his linen pants fall to the floor, exposing his flaccid and hairy buttocks. He hangs his hat on the bathtub spout and flings himself in, gold doubloons spilling over the edges. By now, the foil has begun to peel off at the coins. Some lay strewn around the room, mouse-nibbled, little brown footprints drawing designs on the tiles. "Arr," Roger groans. "Me booty." Out in the living room, the phone is ringing. To Roger, it is the cawing of seagulls over the crashing waves, the wind-blown snap of the sails, and surly din of the rum-soaked crew in the galley, the old salts in their drunken prattle, loaded to the gunwales.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Roger? Come on, I know you're there. Pick up, Roger. Oh, for Christ's sake, I know you're there. Roger?
"Aye," says Roger. "I be here indeed, scourge of the seven seas."
Roger, I know you've been having difficulties lately, but listen, the bottom line, I'm running a business here, and I've got no one at the store. Roger? Come on, pick up.
Roger picks up handfuls of gold coins and lets them cascade through his fingers. God's help him once the last barrel of rum runs dry. Blimey, they'd cleave him to the brisket. But yar, land couldn't be far ahead. Land, or the edge of the earth itself.
Roger, seriously, where else are you going to find a job where you can just sit there and watch movies while people rent tapes? Whatever's going on with you, I don't see any reason why you can't just... I swear to God, Roger, just... Roger! Oh, for Christ's sake.
"Son of a biscuit eater," says Roger. He rises from the bathtub and seizes his gilded hat from the spout, smears of chocolate on his hairy belly. He steps out, inadvertently kicking a little plastic bottle across the deck. Pills roll about on the floor. He was supposed to take 2 a day. It had been quite a while since he'd taken one. "Bilgewater," he shouts down the gangway. "Show a leg, swabs. There be barnacles on the deck." Roger saunters up to the forepeak, rests his callous elbows on the sill and glasses the horizon out the window. Roger's days on the dog watch are behind him, but it's good to be out on the high seas, good to sail the ocean blue. Roger has always fancied himself something of a figurehead up here on the forecastle. An imaginary parrot comes down to perch on his bony shoulder. Out on the Hudson, a ferry and a small personal watercraft go by. To Roger, they're the cresting waves, the hungry Cape gannets, pluming whales, trifling things. But yar, there's something else too, something that positively shivers his timbers. Could it be? By the gods! Land ho! Someone pounds on the ceiling from the galley below.
"Be quiet!"
Roger glares reproachfully at the floor and stomps his calloused heel. He glasses the horizon again just to be sure it wasn't some sort of mirage brought on by cabin fever. But no, this is no mirage. It's plain as day. It's an island.
Mateys, land ho!
For the last time up there, be quiet. I don't care if you're crazy anymore, just shut up. Some of us have to work for a living.
Roger ignores the din from the galley. His mates are all half mad from long months at sea. After some rest and fresh water, he knew, he and his merry crew would be rejuvenated, and they could set about ravaging Yon Island and its locals. He grinned at the thought of it. All the spoils, the native lassies, boundless booty. No telling the depth of the water now. He hadn't expected such sudden good fortune, and the island is approaching fast. Rather than risk damaging the hull, better to drop anchor and make a swim for it.
All hands on deck, mateys!
Roger turns to the toilet. He squats and grasps it around the tank. He strains, grinding his loosening teeth. Groaning, he rocks the bowl back and forth, tiles crunching around the rusty floor bolts. Finally, with a grunt and a splash of fetid water, he has it up in the air.
Heave ho, ye old sea dog! Anchors away!
Roger pivots and hurls the anchor overboard, out the window. With a shattering splash, it's on her way down, the imaginary chain unfurling from the deck and into the drink.
Down to your skivvies, mateys! We'll swim for it! Yon island is ours!
This is your nightly news report. Citizens of Bayonne remain stunned and confused after a porcelain toilet bowl landed on a man walking down the street Saturday morning. Police say the commode was dropped from the top floor of a 6-story tenement building on Avenue A. Witnesses say they heard the glass window shatter shortly before the toilet hit the victim, but it all happened so fast, no one had enough time to react. Roger Simmons, the man charged with dropping the bowl, was removed from his apartment later that morning. Chief of Police Donald McDougal commented on how they located the subject.
Well, it was the only apartment building with a busted window, and it happened to be just above where the toilet fell. It was deductive reasoning.
Simmons was purportedly aggressive at the time of his arrest, swinging a makeshift sword, police said, resulting in minor injuries to several officers, all of which are expected to make a full recovery. He was apparently abusive to the arresting officers, police said, tormenting them with what they described as nautical insults.
I says, "Whoa, settle down, mister." And he's half naked and he's belligerent. And he's going, "Hey, yar, barnacle balls." Barnacle balls? Can you believe that shit? I mean, you gotta understand. No one's ever called me that before.
He called assisting officer Lieutenant Franklin barnacle balls as well, police reported.
So I'm going, "Hey, whoa." You know what I mean? And he's calling Lieutenant Franklin barnacle balls. And now he's pissed and he's going, "Yar, you're a landlubber." Something like that. And Franklin thinks it's some sort of black thing, so now he's got his club, and the guy's got his stick, and now they're sword fighting in the living room. And I'm going, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta understand, I've seen all sorts of shit, but I never seen any shit like this. I mean, can I say shit on?
Lieutenant Franklin is expected to make a full recovery. A local witness, Felicia Williams, who was on her way to a beauty parlor when she saw the incident take place, agreed to comment.
I heard the glass and I look up, and here come the turlobo, and I'm like, oh my God. And there's this man walking, and I said, Lord. And the turlobo fell right in his head. And I said, oh my God, call 911.
The victim, Marcus Johnson of Avenue B, was rushed to Pelosi Medical Center, where Dr. Donald Yankovic treated him for his injuries and described his skull as remarkably durable. Dr. Yankovic agreed to comment.
It's early yet, but we expect Mr. Johnson will make a full recovery. Mr. Johnson's head has seen better days, but I'll tell you what, I'd hate to see what kind of shape the turlobo is in.